Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Nichelle Anderson. I am the host, of course, of this podcast, Nichelle Anderson Short Stories and Beyond. Let's go ahead and get started with this week character profile, focusing on Queen Mother Mana. Pretty much, Queen Mother Mana is someone that I'm very interested in learning more about. When I realized that she was coming through, again, I was so excited. I mentioned this in a previous director clip. I'm still excited. She has a lot of history. When I seen her walk on to the terrace where Tahib was meditating, in a sense, I just immediately felt the word ancient wisdom. Okay? History in the knowledge of not just Mitzrayim, but the whole essence of life in that sense. And she's a major influence to Queen Hagar, right, which is her daughter. At this time, I can't pick up that she has other children with Tahib that will be the brother or sister of Queen Hagar. For right now, it's just as if they just have one child, which is Queen Hagar, the queen of Mitzrayim. So she's, of course, elderly. I would say in her 50s, pretty much the same age as grandfather Tahib, her husband. And I mentioned already of her role connected to the royal family. She's always stately dressed, okay, in a royal garment that in the garment itself is like sewn with jewelry, okay. Also, it matches the jewelry that she wears on both of her arms. There's a symbol that I see, which is an Apsu symbol. And Apsu is another word that is reference the sun. Now, also in this symbol, I see a shape of a pyramid. In the middle is something signifying, something ancient. Again, like I said, when she first came on that terrace, I mentioned it in my director's clip. It was like, wow, it was like, whoa, it was very huge in the sense, right? When she came out, like, voila, it was very inspiring to see that. And then I started describing and writing it. Now, she is tall, just like her daughter. She has an oval-shaped hairdo, like the sun. It's pushed back, right? Held in place with other, like, tied together, like gemstones or coral shells in that sense, to reveal her eyes and her cheekbones. She has smooth skin that come across. And when I seen another scene that I have not written pretty much about yet, but I see another scene in the future, and she loves to wear turquoise, either with a garment or in her jewelry. And I keep seeing that, and it keeps, pointing to me that that's significant, that represents her. So I see that a lot. Now, her origin of birth is not coming through that she was born and raised in Mitzrayim. Only Tahib, right? And it seems like somewhere in the Sudan that she originally was born, and somehow she met Tahib and they fell in love. There are moments of love in that regard and sense. And so at any rate, she's still knowledge of the mystery school of thought, or at least in a way in her rank that she understand the spirituality of that, and how it connects to the physical plane. Because like I said, when she came into the scene, it just was those words of ancient knowledge that she's aware of, and that she's seen a lot of things, that she's been a lot of places, especially if she's the wife of Tahib. And as I mentioned of Tahib history and his position, you already know that is like a big storm in a sense of Queen Mother Mana. Definitely has a lot of knowledge. She's very wise. So at any rate, she has never been in my book or any of my other productions. This would be pretty much her first introduction in my storyline. I have not decided or picked up that she will be in the prestige return of the stage play, because the stage play is pretty much from the time period of my book, Mitzrayim, a memoir. So it's still uncertain, where was she at that particular time? Because in the book, when we're talking about Princess Amina, her time period, pretty much it was like over a summer, all of that drama and all of that falling in love and being upset with this and that, all of that pretty much happened like during a short period of time, which was a lot going on, but it also came off like it was during the summer or pretty much summer months. And so perhaps at that time, Queen Mother Mana was on the scene, but just not in that particular time period because so much was going on so fast. I'm not sure, but she just didn't come through. So I'm very excited because I do see a scene where she has with Queen Hagar. I think I mentioned this in my previous director's clip, and I'm telling you, you have to be a patron. I still haven't decided though if I'm going to make that mostly public access or do what I usually do and have that cut off to patron only. But at any rate, you have to consider for that episode to get that episode and get the full short story, because oh my gosh, when that scene came through that I had to write it, oh my gosh, it's just a lovely scene between a mother and daughter when Hagar, and it shows the because she always, Queen Hagar, had to show very straightforward, very raw, dignified all the time, not show too much emotion, but she's able to release it and get to the root. And Queen Mother Mana is there, and then I find out pretty much how their relationship is, how Queen Mother Mana is very strong in influencing Queen Hagar, and that's where Queen Hagar, I think, also get her decision making, because with the ruler or anything in leadership, pretty much it always comes back to how good you are to make decisions. And so there's a powerful scene that's coming up in a future episode. That's the episode you need to go ahead and be a patron, okay? That's where you need to go ahead and just get it done, because it is so powerful in the sense that I wrote it. I had to go back to it in my mind like, wow. Because you don't see Queen Hagar out of her normal procedure statue behaving. But this one, she lets the guard down and it is on. And Queen Mother Mana is there for that, in a supportive way. Okay? And it reveals other things about Queen Hagar and Queen Mother Mana. All right. So pretty much touching back before I wrap this up, Queen Mother Mana, she's very close to her daughter, like I said, and she's very, like I say, not to say outspoken, but she chooses her words very well. That makes her very influenced. She's very close to Princess Hannah, of course, her granddaughter, and very happy. When I picked up when she was worried about her daughter, pretty much King Milan as well, I think she's and she approves of King Milan as Queen Hagar mate. That's another feeling that I got when I wrote that scene from Queen Mother, because as a good mother, you want the best for your children, and I picked that up from her as well. Alright, so that concludes this particular character profile of Queen Mother Mana. Again, she's a new character introduced in this storyline of Moulay, and this is her first introduction into the Moulay storyline, in a sense, these short stories, and I haven't decided or felt that she will be in the production of the stage play. I hope so, but it's in the air, because I really like Queen Mother Mana. I mean, I am really digging her. I mean, she is all what you aspire to be. Queen Hagar as well, but we always get the mother of the queen. It has a big value, you get that interchange, and you see the generational connection there, especially when you're dealing with knowledge and wisdom, right? And with a nurturing aspect to it is always very good. So please decide to be a patron so you can get the next tidbit that I will share with patron only. Thank you so much. And to become a patron, check that description field there where you can see the link. Will take you straight to the page to be a patron. Also to my other podcasts, you can be a patron by paying the premium access. Thank you. So for patrons only,